But if you're willing to put in the hours and you're passionate about helping people, this is an opportunity that literally in 1 year, you can change the whole trajectory of your life.
What he's building is his, what I'm building is mine, but what we're building together is our brand.
Nobody works for us, everybody works with us. And
That's big.
I think that's the main difference here.
When you're on the phone with a client, you're not being biased. You're giving the client whatever they need, and that's what's important. All right, what's up everyone? My name is Eric Bosworth. I'm the owner of Insurance Elevated. I'm here with my managing partner, Drake Sanders, who also came on board with me not too long ago whenever I moved back from Texas back to Florida. Wanted to start something special here, and I knew he was the guy to do business with. As he's out in Tampa, I came back to Orlando, and we could kind of tackle the entire Central Florida area, as well as around the country now that we have work from home agents. But Drake, man, thank you for being here, brother.
Of course, man.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Now, I did want to ask you, when I first approached you a few months ago to get into the insurance industry, I know you were doing investing, you were doing property and casualty, you were doing a number of different things. What stood out to make you say, you know what? I listened to Eric Vision, I like what he said, I think I could build something special too. What mainly stood out to you when I approached you with this opportunity in the insurance industry in general?
Well, as you know, I mean, obviously you come from a health insurance background, and when you called me, and told me the vision of what you wanted to create here, with incorporating life insurance as well. At first I was a little skeptical, you know what I mean? Rightfully so. But when you really broke it down as to, your vision of helping people, helping more families, being able to expand your reach and your impact, even beyond health insurance, it really stood out to me. And life insurance is one of the, underrated type of insurances that people don't really think about. It's not an attractive subject. People don't want to think about dying or even more or less what's going to happen after they die. So, the fact that, we're able to incorporate the health with the life, to make sure that families are 100% protected 360, it meant a lot to me. And anything that I've ever done, I like to do anything that's people facing and people centric. So when you explained to me how you wanted to help hundreds of thousands of families and grow our agency nationwide, I really just aligned with the vision. We get along perfectly. We're both Capricorns, so it didn't take much convincing for me to realize that this is something special that we could build.
Yeah, man. Everything you said, that's exactly why I wanted to do this, guys. Same reason, and that's why I was excited. For those of you who don't know, when I was in Texas, that's where I started my career in the insurance industry. I was only doing health insurance. That's it. I couldn't offer my clients absolutely everything and be their agent for life, and I knew I was missing that. And after a while, I was getting paid great, making a great living, had some great people around me, but I knew there was more. And I knew that being in Texas, I was only a producer. I wasn't building a team. I wasn't showing more people this opportunity. And when I moved back here, Drake was the first person I called because, again, he said we were Capricorn, so we instantly clicked when we met each other a couple years ago. But the main point was I knew Drake had a phenomenal network because Drake runs his business a lot like I do. He never burned any bridges. In the past, he was very, very network between Tampa, Orlando, Miami, I mean, pretty much the entire state of Florida. So I knew together, right, if he became a managing partner within my business, that this was going to just absolutely explode. And as of right now, Drake has about triple the amount of agents coming on board than I do, actually. Drake, how in the last 2 to 3 months have you done this? I mean, just tell us a little bit about how you've been able to build such a large team so quickly and really, outrun me over the last couple of weeks.
You're too kind. Well, honestly, it really goes back to what you said. Utilizing my network. I haven't burnt any bridges business-wise, and I stand on business, with ethics and moral integrity. And when you do that, whenever you enter into a new arena or a new field, people kind of gravitate towards whatever you're doing once
Yeah.
you've already built up your reputation for business and, you know, treating people right. So, you know, once I was able to partner up with you and just show people the importance of what we're doing and actually how it can impact, you know, not only our agents' lives, but, you know, families' lives, you know, I think it was kind of like a no-brainer. People just, you know, latched on, and a lot of people started reaching out, wanting to know, like, hey, man, what are you and Eric doing? You know, it looks like you guys are doing great. I want to be a part of it. I want to see how I can help. I want to see how I can change my life. I want to help others. So it kind of just caught fire, you know, and, you know, I'm grateful for it. And, you know, it's a great opportunity, you know, for both, like I said, the agents to work with us, as well as, you know, the families that we're able to impact.
Yeah, and I think I knew going in, partnering with him was the right decision, simply because not just about the network, not just about the fact that we're Capricorns, but loyalty. Loyalty. Since the day I met him, what I noticed about you, Drake, is, you know, every single conversation we had, if you've seen another opportunity or somebody offering a little bit better or anything like that, first person he'd reach out to is me. Hey, Eric, this is what I'm hearing. Here's what it is. What do you think about it? What's your feedback? That's what we look for, okay? And that's what we look for when we're building a team, not only business partners, but when we're bringing on new agents to help you build your own agency, that's the first thing we look for is loyalty, right? There's actually a sign that's gonna go up here soon that's gonna say LOVE, L-O-V-E, but it's gonna, you know, be abbreviated for loyalty outvalues everything, because that's huge on what we're building this business on. But what's most important to you besides loyalty, right? Which is I know my number one trait that I look for when we're bringing on new agents. What's another important trait that you might feel that when we're out here, like for everybody watching, what are we recruiting for aside from loyalty?
So one of the main things, you know, that we're building here, aside from we're looking for loyalty, is great company culture. You know, one thing I love that we've been able to establish very early on. You know, I mean, we're, you know, a newer company, but I mean the waves we've been able to make, and, you know, the lives we've been able to impact so far, has just been numerous. And it's because, you know, we're building a great company culture. It's very family-like oriented here. Everybody here gets treated fairly. You know, nobody works for us. Everybody works with us. And I think that's the main difference here. You know, when you come to work at Insurance Elevated, nobody's your boss. You know what I'm saying? You're your own boss. You're your own business owner. You own your own book of business.
So touch on that, right? Captive versus uncaptive. I'm glad he brought this up, because this is a huge topic in the insurance industry. And for those of you that don't know, Drake will break down what is captive and what is uncaptive, which is also one of the reasons why I left Texas.
So if you don't know, when you're captive with an agency or with any particular carrier, you can only sell and solicit for that particular carrier. You don't have options. You know, you're stuck. So if you're selling a product that doesn't necessarily fit the family's needs, it's not like you can pivot to another product that might be better or more suitable for them. When you're non-captive with us, you're going to come in, you're going to get contracted with multiple different carriers, which is going to allow you to give your families and clients multiple different options. And it really just opens up the scope for allowing you to be able to, you know, be your own boss. You own your own book of business from day one here. You're vested from day one. Your book of business is yours. You know, your renewals are yours. And that's big, because a lot of these companies, you know, they'll pay you a lower percentage commission in exchange for them getting your book of business. And then when you leave that company, you know, you're starting all over from scratch. It doesn't matter if you work there for 1 year or 10 years. You know, a lot of companies, you can't take that with you. So, you know, with this opportunity, it's totally different. And that was one of the main reasons why, you know, I was excited to partner up with this, because it really is a revolutionary opportunity.
Which is huge, right? What he's building is his, what I'm building is mine, but what we're building together is our brand, Insurance Elevated, okay? Now, there are other people that you don't see right here with us that are a huge, huge part in our brand success, but it's really cool that everybody is a teammate. There's nobody under anybody. We're all here to help each other. And another point I wanted to bring out, when it comes to being uncaptive and when it comes to having access, direct access to all these different carriers, is when you're on the phone with a client, you're not being biased. You're giving the client whatever they need. And that's what's important, right? You don't have to tell a client no because you only have 2 products to offer, or product push. Right? Because that's the thing. I feel like we're problem solvers. We're not product pushers, and that's important to understand for anybody watching this, is when we're on the phone with somebody, we don't have to push them into a specific product or service. We can listen to them, figure out what they truly want, right? And put them exactly where they need to be, where they're going to be happy. Because longevity means something to me.
Oh, yeah.
Does it to you? And if you want to have longevity in this business, I feel like you need to make sure that you keep your clients on the books. Well, they're not going to stay on the books if you're pushing them into a specific product that might pay you a little bit more. Might pay you a little bit more up front. But on the longevity side of things, you're not going to get referrals. They're not going to stay with you, and then they can go on social media and bash you at any point they want. So I think integrity is huge between both of us. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Drake, why choose us aside from the company culture, aside from from us having some of the highest compensation, and I think we should we should touch on that.
Yeah.
Not to bring up exact figures because every agent makes something different, but what about the commission compensation level that we start our agents at?
Well, that's very important. Here at Insurance Elevated, we bring our agents in at 100% commission, and our range goes anywhere from 100 to 145% commission. Now, just for comparison, a lot of people might be thinking, well, what does that mean to me? Well, 100% commission means that everything that you sell, you get paid 100% of the premium. So the first year's premium, meaning that most companies, they're starting you out at maybe 30, anywhere. The highest I've seen in most places like 60%. So for everything you sell, the company's getting 40%, you're getting 60%, but they're also getting your renewals. What makes this so powerful is that starting our agents out at 100% allows you to truly be able to change your life. If this is one of the few places I've seen where an agent can come in with literally no financial stability and they can just plug into the process, work hard, and that's the key. You have to work hard. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. But if you're willing to put in the hours and you're passionate about helping people, this is an opportunity that literally in 1 year you can change the whole trajectory of your life and your family's life.
Yep. I agree. And not only that, but that's just on the life insurance side. We also teach you health insurance. We teach you annuities, different investment vehicles. There's just so much to learn. Now, again, work hard. That's a huge, huge conversation and topic that we bring up all the time, because if you think that this is a get-rich-quick scheme, or you think that you can come in here and do 50% of the work and make 100% of the commission, we'll start you at 100%. Right? That's cool. But doing 50% of the work is you're always going to feel behind. And the reason why culture is so important is because when you walk in here, guys and gals, and you see the way we work and the hours that we work, you'll see that this is the hardest career that you will ever have the opportunity of working. However, the most rewarding, and it pays you the most, period. Right? Nothing's going to pay you as well as this opportunity does, unless it's this much work. So just put that into perspective. We don't want to sell you a dream here, because there's pros and cons to everything. But Drake, I think you would agree that the pros tremendously outweigh the cons.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
So Drake, I do want to wrap this up, and I want to ask you one last question, man. You're 31 years old?
30.
30. Okay, I'm 31. Right. The only thing I would say that I wish I would have gotten into this sooner.
Oh yeah.
Right. But with somebody with the right work ethic, right, and the right mindset, not only can they be a producer here, but what else can they do here? What's very important?
Well, not only can you be a producer here, but you have the opportunity to build your own team and your own agency, which is a whole nother opportunity in itself.
From day one.
From day one. So, most agencies, you come in, you're just an agent, meaning that you're responsible for yourself, you do your work, you get paid based off your own production. Here, you have the opportunity to not only obviously produce yourself and help families yourself, but you can share this opportunity with other people who are like-minded, who want to work hard and who want to help families. And you can establish a team of your own, of agents, and build out your own agency underneath the Insurance Elevated brand or your own brand, which is the powerful thing. You have the choice here, and that's really what's paramount here is we give not only the choice to our clients, but also to our agents. You can build your own brand out, and we support you. Everybody here is working on building their own brand. So you can work, towards, like I said, being under the Insurance Elevated umbrella, but even underneath that, we all have our own personal brand, and which is excellent, because most companies just want you to adhere to their culture and just only support them, but they never try to put you forward or push you. Here, everybody has their own shine. Everybody here, is able to establish, their own identity. So,
and everybody here, and this is the last thing I'll touch on, everybody here has the opportunity not only to do that, But then after a few years of hard work and sacrifice and building a massive sales team, and based on your overrides, your residuals, your entire book of business, you're able to take all of that and then partner with a private equity firm who's going to pay you millions of dollars to partner with you. Not only that, put you on a salary, give you a black card, and say, hey, continue your current growth. We'll give you this lump sum of cash. We'll also put you on a salary. We'll also give you this. And we'll give you all the resources you need to 10x your business. Where else in the country can you do that with just a couple years of hard work and sacrifice?
I mean, I don't know anywhere else, honestly. I mean, we have individuals that come in here, I mean, and their 5-year plan, you know, is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Most companies, you may have to put in 15 to 20 years to get where our agents are getting in a couple years. So it really just goes to show, like, we really do, you know, live what we preach, and that's people over profits.
But again, are you willing?
Yes.
Are you willing to put in 90 hours a week your first year? To live like 97% of the world don't the rest of your years? That's what you need to ask yourself. 1 full year of 80 to 90 hours a week, executing though, like auditing your day, day in, day out, working those 90 hours a week, 6, 7 days a week for 1 year. Are you willing to do that? Because if you're not, stop watching the video, cut it off, don't come back. We're not willing to take you in. And when I say 80 to 90 hours, right, I don't mean every week, but consistently, you need to be on your business 80 to 90 hours a week, whether you're in or out of the office. So I wanted to make that a point, guys, because again, there are pros and cons to everything, but we want true winners. And if you feel like you're a winner and you want to live the life that we're willing to put you in a position to live, if you come on board and give you the right training and the resources and the systems and the processes, then please DM us. Please, let's have a conversation. But thank you so much.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate
Seriously.
the opportunity. I'm looking forward to helping a lot of families with you, man.
All right, brother.